Hello everybody, this is Charles1K92 here, and today is day 0 of the Metal Gear Solid 5 Countdown trailer. Pretty much today is the Phantom Pain's release date, and I thought I'd do a video for day 0 because 0 is the most important number in this game. But he isn't just a number, he's also a person in the Metal Gear universe. So I thought I'd perhaps do a quick video on who 0 is and what are the Patriots. So the man that you're looking at in this photo or image is Major 0. His real name I don't know. All I know is that he was born in England, somewhere in Essex. He trained alongside with the boss, not in CQC, but in getting a military organised, a military that is known as the SAS. So he helped found the SAS with the boss, since the boss is the mother of Special Forces, and the SAS is a Special Forces unit. 0 had, I'm going to guess, a pretty good military career. He helped with the CIA and MI6, and he done many things in his military life. Eventually he went into the States to start up the Fox unit, which he was in charge of. He also met a very well-known, he met a soldier in the Fox unit, a soldier which he would later know as Jack, but also came to be Naked Snake, and later on Big Boss. 0 and Snake were very good friends in the beginning. They both had this kind of banter that they had. Not really sure why 0 kind of liked him, neither Snake really, but for some reason they both trusted each other, and Snake always followed what 0 gave as advice to when he was, receiving stuff on the messages on his codec, on his radio. But it wasn't just 0 who Snake had in his allies. He also had someone on his SIGINT who was at the time in the Virtuous Mission and Operation Snake Eater, mainly in Snake Eater, was your weapons, camouflage and face camo guide to go to. So if you got a new weapon in Metal Gear 3 or Metal Gear Solid 3 and you went to talk to SIGINT, he would give you every bit of information on guns, items and camo, and people that you might meet as well. Another person that Snake had by his side during his missions was Paramedic. She was very skilled in the latest medical treatments in that era, but she was also there for Snake to save his progress and to catalogue what he was doing in his missions. She had very pleasant conversations with Snake throughout his missions, even talking about movies and asking what his real name was. She also gave reference to pop culture that was happening in the 1960s and what was happening of the wildlife that Snake encountered. So Snake caught a snake. Paramedic will give Snake a detail on what the snake is it poisonous, and does it taste good? So, yes. And another member, or two members that eventually joined with Snake were Eva, who was a double agent for the Chinese, and Ocelot, who later on joined the Patriots after some time in Russia. The foundation of the Patriots began after the Cold War. So they started during in the 1970s when they obtained the Philosopher's Legacy from both America and Russia. 0 was in charge of the foundation of the Patriots, and he recruited Big Boss Ocelot and two former commanders of the Fox unit, not commanders, comrades in the Fox unit, which is SIGINT and Paramedic. Eva and Ocelot did join, as I did say, at a particular point. The Patriots also done the Les Enfants Terribles project, which causes the rift between Big Boss and 0 to split permanently because for some reason Zero wanted to have not just one big boss but more than one, I'm guessing. So they were able to get a suitable surrogate mother, who was Eva, and she gave birth to both Solid and Liquid. As for Solidus Snake, it's unknown who his surrogate mother was, but Solidus was born. Big Boss left the Patriots after this event happened, so he chose to leave. Big Boss drifted around the world. He formed before he left, he did found Foxhound, but he left that, and he drifted around the world and formed his own military unit, which became the MSF unit and later Diamond Dogs. At this time, Paramedic became the head of the medical doctors of unit in Foxhound, and Sigint became in charge of DARPA in the US. And he created many weapons when he was there, and he got kind of drunk on power as being in charge of it. They were also in charge of a black site in Cuba, which was the Ground Zeroes incident, where they were torturing various POWs for Zero to, get information. The Peace Walker incident, Zero had an involvement by using the KGB operative Vladimir Zadornov and Hot Coleman to their ends to, flush Snake out, I'm going to guess. They went by the name of Cypher, and they contacted Kazuhiro Miller to start up Snake's organisation for the MSF. So basically, Cypher helped Snake get Mother Base. Cypher also believed that the Metal Gear that MSF had belonged to them, so when Paz or Pacific Ocean was telling Snake that he should join Cypher and he refused, she also stated that the Metal Gear also belongs to Cypher. But Snake gave her answer in the form of kicking her ass. I've already kind of said what happened in Ground Zeroes, so but I will kind of go back on it. So the events after Peace Walker Cypher had a lot of influence on certain US officials and kind of wanted Snake to, infiltrate the base a couple of times to get information about Cypher, especially about Paz. Whatever. There are a load of side missions that Snake did as well. The Phantom Pain, this is going to be heavily enforced on whatever. The Patriots also had a lot of influence on stopping Snake, Big Boss, his Elder Haven uprising in the Zanzibar land. And after the Zanzibar land incident, they put Big Boss into a nanomachine-induced coma, which imprisoned his body in some form of consciousness and preserved him as the Patriots' icon. So the Patriots have been very busy. They also took Frank Jaeger from Zanzibar land and made him into the first cyborg. They put Solidus in the presidency at some point. But the Patriots were then, at this point, probably just AIs. The Patriots didn't like what was happening in the Shadow Moses incident and had Solid Snake do a mission for them without him realising, to make contact with Liquid Snake and allow the Foxdie virus to kill everybody involved in the incident, or those that were at the military base that were the enemies, except for Revolver Ocelot and other notable characters. Solidus Snake was the president at the time, and he was the one who gave this order, I'm going to say. After the Shadow Moses incident, Solid Snake was branded terrorist, I think, even though really what he did was a hero. The Manhattan incident kind of sealed Solid Snake's fate, and really truly branded him as a terrorist and made him wanted around the world. Then eventually the tanker incident happened. The Patriots wanted to recreate the Shadow Moses incident, but this time using Raiden. to their own ends, but I don't think they ever expected for GW to get destroyed in this process, since now it's all AIs. Then eventually the Patriots' AI grew and decided to use the war as the new form of the economy. They used nanomachines and everything else. There isn't really much to say, since at the end of the Guns of the Patriots they get destroyed by the Fox Alive virus, and a new form of PSC takes over, and the World Marshal Organization takes over where the Patriots left off. So I kind of hope that you enjoyed this video, and V has come.